So good afternoon, folks. This is a demo of CIS 2.7 working with IPv6. And so we've had a lot of requests that CIS can do two things. So that CIS can work in a Kubernetes cluster that is dual stack, specifically IPv6. A lot of requests around service providers. And the other item is that so that CIS can handle an ingress. In this case, we are going to be using CRDs, and so that the CRD can handle an IPv6 public IP. And the second thing is also interaction with the F5 IPAM controller. So that the DevOps developer or the DevOps engineer, when that person creates the ingress resource, they don't necessarily need to know the IPv6 address, but the IPAM controller is fetch the IP, put it into the CRD, and work with CIS to publish that or provide that to big IP. So I have my distinguished engineer, Lavanya, that's going to work with us and kind of show us the cool features of this demo. Lavanya, welcome to the recording. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us this demo. So tell us a little bit about what you've seen here.
Thanks, Mark. First, let me share the infrastructure, what I have and what is the configuration for IPv6. Then we can move on to quick demo with virtual servers.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, I have a 3-node KTS cluster configured with Calico CNI. It is with IPv6 enabled. You can see all the IPv6 addresses here. And for adding big IP to the Calico network, we have added big IP as Calico peer, BGP peer. All this configuration is documented in this Calico config cloud docs. Other than the additional steps, what I need to do for IPv6 is like, we need to enable IPv6 address family, because it is not like all these steps are documented for IPv4. So additional to this, we need to enable address family as IPv6, and we need to enable, like, activate the neighbors. These are the Kubernetes nodes, master and 2 worker nodes. So once we do this, we have a direct networking configuration from big IP to the KTS nodes. So using this, we can now...
Quick question, Lavanya. So currently today, we only supporting IPv6 CNI using Calico.
Yes, Mark.
Okay.
We haven't validated with Flannel. I'm not sure if it is Flannel is yet to support IPv6 only.
That's
network.
fine. So CIS 2.7 is really validated against Calico, and Flannel will potentially come later if requested. But Calico seems to be more of the preferred method for using something like IPv6. That makes sense. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, let me share the like CIS configuration. First, what are the additional parameters we need to enable for IPv6? We can move to the argument section. Here we have big IP URL. We are giving IPv6 address of the big IP configured. And nice. Then we have another parameter called enable IPv6. It should be true to set to like enable IPv6 networking with CIS.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And so CIS currently today only supports IPv6 for CRDs. Is that correct?
Yes. We have added support for CRD and validated with virtual servers. Moving forward, we can expand this to other resources as well.
That makes sense. And so CRDs is the preferred ingress method for IPv6, and that makes sense here. So this big IP URL, that's the self IP of the big IP that you're pointing to, or the management IP that you're pointing to on the big IP that's IPv6 enabled. Okay, that makes sense. Perfect.
Yes.
Continue. Thank you.
Yeah, as it is only supported in custom resource mode, we need to enable custom resource mode as well for enable IPv6 true.
And I'm assuming that there's also a schema that you would have to load too, because you would have to load the new IPv6 schema as well when you get to configure the CRD.
Yes, like in CRD schema as well, we had to made some regex changes to the schema. So we need to load the newest R backend schema from the CIS repo.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so that's really important. So if you're using IPv6 to make sure that you pull the latest cluster role binding, service account, and RBAC information for CIS, for IPv6, as well as the latest CRD schema. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Now we can move on to the demo. Like I'll create a sample TLS profile and virtual server, and we can see the configuration on the big IP. So I have a sample config TLS profile for foo.com. And also a virtual server. I'm using IPAM as well. I've enabled IPAM, so I'm giving the IPAM label here to get the virtual server address from IPAM.
Oh, that's really cool. Are you using an IPAM range, right, within your IPAM configuration? Is that correct?
Yes, Mark.
And we can look at that later.
Sure. Yeah. Let me create a TLS profile in virtual server.
Mm-hmm.
I got the IPAM address from the IPAM controller. Let me check if it is posted to AS3. So it is processed.
Mm-hmm. I can
check
see
the configuration from UI.
So based on your virtual server configuration, it pulled it. And so there is the configuration there within this. That's really nice. That's really cool.
All members getting added.
And so the pool member itself is also IPv6. So it's full stack IPv6 all the way in, from big IP all the way to the pool member within Kubernetes. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. And I can see the health monitoring working. That's really cool.
Yeah, this is like basic demo I have. We can check.
Can we see the IPAM deployment file? I'd like to see the argument within IPAM that shows the range. So you were using the range of test in your CRD.
Yeah, let me open it. So
okay.
This is my IPv6 range I've given to the dev label.
That's cool. That's dev, and then that's test, and this default. Oh, okay. This is nice. This is nice. So this pulls the specific range, the specific IPv6 address from the range based on the IPAM label that you specified.
Right. Yeah.
That's really good. So that shows the functionality of CIS 2.7 with the new implementation of IPv6 for CRDs. Lavanya, thank you so much for showing us this quick demo. Really appreciate the effort.
Thanks, Mark.